Internet crime is one of the biggest threats to businesses in Asia today. Viruses infecting computers cost companies valuable time and lost productivity. And it's not just limited to computers. The ubiquitous mobile phone is also becoming a target for cyber terrorists who spread mobile viruses that have the potential of affecting a lot of people. Once a phone is infected, it can often affect everyone in its contact list. So what can be done about this? Joining us now for more on combating cybercrime is Richard Stiennon from Fortinet. He's based in Sunnyvale, California, but joins us now in Singapore. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Stiennon. Cybercrimes have become definitely far more sophisticated than everyone thought. So cyber terrorists, how do we stop them?
So first we have to consider the fact that cybercrime has evolved so quickly because there's an open market for identities now available to anyone who's able to steal credit card information or bank account information. So it's broadened the potential pool of people that are after your assets.
But haven't banks doubled their firewalls to improve security, or even tripled their firewalls to improve security?
Banks have invested the most in cybersecurity, and yet they're still the most vulnerable because they have open doors, and they're called accounts. And if the end user loses their account to a phisher or a cyber criminal, then they start losing the money in those accounts.
But can these cyber extortionists or cyber terrorists still break down these multiple firewalls?
Absolutely. It's almost like walking through an open door when there's open applications like online banking.
Why have they become so sophisticated? Are these people formerly from these banks? Are these people formerly from the tech departments of these banks that they know what the banks are thinking?
So insiders certainly are formerly, or either currently at the bank, just like your tellers at the cash machines are a threat if you're not monitoring them. Insiders have access to account information and can steal that and sell it.
But it's not just financial institutions and enterprises, but also local governments, schools, manufacturers even find themselves protecting themselves from these cyber extortionists.
Yeah, anybody who's got valuable cyber assets that they want to protect is in danger.
What can Fortinet do to be able to avoid these problems going forward?
So Fortinet is deploying advanced security appliances that are able to counter multiple threats at once. So they make the task of managing security much, much simpler. And over, everybody's pointed out that most security blunders occur due to mismanagement and misconfiguration of your security devices. So Fortinet's pushing out appliances that are very easy to manage.
And you always have to be one step ahead of these cyber extortionists because they're always ahead of the game. And they come without warning.
Either one step ahead or very fast to react.
And where do these cyber extortionists come from? Do they come from Asia, Europe, the U.S.? Are they from all over the world?
Well, the historic center is actually Eastern Europe, and that's where the spammers and the spyware and adware writers came from for the most part, not 100%. And now we're seeing copycats throughout the rest of the world. Once they see how much money there is to be made online by stealing from people, the whole world is copying them.
And they're not just extorting small change or hundreds of dollars, but now hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars from individual accounts or from small amounts from thousands of accounts.
But eventually, we watch movies, and we see these cyber extortionists breaking into government files. Eventually, could it get that bad?
Oh, it already is. It already is. So many government attacks. NASA's been broken into several times. The entire phone switch system of Greece was broken into, and tapping software was utilized to tap the phones of government officials. So yeah, the sophistications we see on movies and television are actually watered down from what's really out there.
Robert Stiennon, Executive Vice President from Fortinet. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you, Rico.